Ending themes. Much like opening themes, are important to anime. They finish off the episode in a powerful way, leaving us wanting more. A great ending is able to build up that suspense as it plays right as the episode is about to finish, leaving us on a cliffhanger. That seamless transition really adds to the quality of the ending song. Love Live has had 8 ending themes so far, and sorry, movies will not be included. Besides, Bokatachi wa Hitosu no Hikari would win anyways, so there is no competition for that. Like other anime, endings in Love Live have unique versions which can vary from episode to episode. Sometimes it's just who sings, and that's pretty much a very common trend in most of these endings, but there's also can be sometimes when they change the animation, and I find that really cool. In this video, I'll rank the 8 ending themes from Love Live School Project, Love Live Sunshine, Love Live Ninjasaki High School Club, and Love Live Superstar. I'll be ranking them on how much I like them, which is a balance of how much I like the song and the effort put into the animation. Don't try to look for too much consistency in my argument because chances are I probably won't be that consistent. It's just, I just want to put what I want, and I'm sure you guys won't agree anyways. But bonus points will go to ending themes that do have unique versions that change in other episodes. That's something I find really cool. Of course, there will be a poll for you guys to vote in. Click the link in the description below and rank the songs from 1 through 8, with 1 being your favorite and 8 being your least favorite. Vote in how you want. It could just be the song, it can be focused on animation, whatever you want, and we will see at the end what is the best ending theme so far. There likely might be more in the future, and we can revisit this topic later, but I'm just curious to see what it is as of right now. Also, in the videos, I did try to show the differences between some of the versions if I was able to easily find on YouTube, so if you're wondering why some showed a bunch of them at once. So without further ado, let's go to the previews of each song. So in last place, I put Kito Sesshin ga Kikoeru, and that was kind of clear to me. It's always kind of been my least favorite ending theme out of them all. The main issue that I have is that the ending isn't exciting, and not all endings had to be exciting, but I don't know, I'm never really that interested into listening to it. It's a pretty slow song until you get to the chorus. Originally, I really didn't care for the song, but now it's fine. It's not too shabby. It's definitely grown on me, but it's not some song I really love. Of all the endings, it's got one of the weakest verses for me, and the chorus, honestly, it's the saving grace of the song. It's a fair song in the grand scheme of Love Live songs, but when you go against the competition of ending themes, yeah, it's not gonna really compete that well. And the animation doesn't do anything that I find really special. I mean, it's pleasant, it's calm, but it's just not that exciting. A lot of these scenes feel like scenes that could have been in the anime rather than scenes that were custom made for the ending. Which is not the end of the world or anything. It's just, it doesn't feel as compelling to watch. It also kind of does that thing which I'm going to call the shuffle dance, for lack of a better term. Where it's basically girls are just, shuffling or dancing in place and, moving their arms. This is, a lot of endings do this. But some endings do it for too long, and some don't do anything interesting with it. And this one kinda does a bit of both. It does have different girls singing the song depending on episode, which was definitely a nice trend to start, but it certainly doesn't make it unique. Overall, it's okay. Honestly, I don't hate it. When I was first watching, I kind of really wasn't a big fan, but this is not kind of the ending that makes me hyped to go to the next episode. It's just something I just usually skipped. Next up is Yume ga Bokura no Tayo-sa, and this uses the painting style that Neo Sky Neo Map does, which is Nijigaku's first ending theme. So that definitely brings up the argument, do I punish this ending theme for using this art style? Personally, I wanted to say no, but honestly, it's not really about punishing this ending theme for using that art style, but rather rewarding the other ones for putting into the effort to make it visually impressive. Let's put it this way. I've seen people make their own versions of this ending theme using other groups like Muse, which is pretty cool. But that also shows how much easier it is to make it if one person can do this and not that much amount of time. Yes, it's subjective what art style you like, but I really do appreciate that extra effort that it is put into when making this animation. So it isn't really me punishing it, but honestly kind of it is. As for the song itself, it's pretty decent. It's bright and cheery and not too slow. It's got all the girls getting solo parts, which is always a plus for me. Though Nijigaku endings never were different from episode to episode in terms of the animation or audio, so that's kind of a shame, honestly. It's nice seeing all the girls interact with each other though. So, overall, it's an enjoyable experience, but it's definitely a lot less than one of the other ones provide. Sixth goes to Neo Sky Neo Map, and this is the first of the Nijigaku endings which introduced that painting style for the endings. And, I basically told you how I feel about it, so the same applies here. This one also includes solo parts, so that's good. And it's got a bit of an edge over the second ending theme because the intro and verses, honestly, I kind of find it pretty catchy. Though we don't see it in the ending theme, the choreography is simple, but, I kind of like it. You gotta refer to All Stars to see that, though. It's clearly not my favorite ending song. But the main issue that I have is the fact that, they put an extra effort to make those scenes unique. And I do appreciate that. And, I kind of had to default with the painting theme ones being lower because those animations are really nice to have. And this just doesn't have that. Also, I wasn't really a huge fan of half the video just being white, and that's where they slapped the credits. And I'm like, you at least fill the screen with art. Each girl gets a soul part, as I mentioned before, so, you know, that's definitely nice, but again, there was no difference between the endings for each episode. I know Nijigaku doesn't tend to make soul versions for group songs, but this would have been a nice exception. I do like the song, honestly, and I do enjoy the verse. It's a fun song to listen to, but animation-wise, you know, it's definitely a lot worse, and that's definitely a decent part of the ending theme, so I had to penalize it for that. Fifth place goes to Yuki wa Doko ni Kimi no Mune ni, which is the second ending theme for Sunshine. And honestly, I think it's a pretty solid ending. The one thing that I really like about it is that it has this one part instrumental that I just find fantastic. Let's listen to it. Is that not epic? That part is just one of my favorite parts of Love Live songs in general. But, you know, past that, I think it's a fine song. The animation is great, and it's not a painting, so that's also a plus. But I was also hoping for a little bit more diversity in some of the scenes, like the running scene, and when they're waving in a bus scene, kind of like the shuffle dance I was talking about earlier. It's kind of standard for a Love Live ending. Giving most of the girls a soul, which was nice to see, and sure, seeing some unique animations for different episodes was also great to see when you see all the girls come together. That was definitely a big plus. When also going over this was actually a lot better than I remembered. But in the end, I think it's solid, but there are a few ones that I just enjoy a little bit more. Fourth place goes to Yume Kataru Yori Yume Utau, and the one thing that I really gotta mention is that the song itself is just top notch. It's fast, energetic, and honestly, it's just one of my favorite songs to listen to, period. The opening is epic, and the chorus is just so catchy. I just love it a lot. The visuals for the ending, I don't know, it doesn't really quite stand out to the other ones. So, you know, it's fine. And there's the walking scene in the beginning with Chika and the other girls join, but not very exciting. It's just that, and of course there's that simple shuffle dance kind of thing I was talking about. But both of those scenes go on longer than I wanted to, so there's just not a whole lot of scene selection, and that's the part that really hurt when I was rewatching it. I love the song, but the actual animation just isn't as exciting as the other ones are. I love the song, and just because the song itself, I put it this high because I really like listening to it. But it definitely does lack a lot of the special elements that I was looking for that really put other ending themes towards the top. Third goes to Oikakeru Yume no Sakide from Love Live Superstar Season 2. And from the start, I honestly really enjoyed this ending. It's so wholesome and cute. I just love watching this for the sake of watching it. I actually keep watching all the time. Seeing the girls feed each other with strawberries was really cute. But honestly, I don't think it was quite as cute as watching these girls try each other's hairstyle. I actually really like that. This was, it feels like it was intended for like a cute rom-com or a harem anime, which I watched too many of. So honestly, I really did enjoy this. This song keeps building up the atmosphere, and it doesn't even need to be fast to keep me entertained. Honestly, I probably enjoy this more than I should, but honestly, this is just so different from the other endings themes that we had in Love Live, and I like that it's very different. And of course, I also like it that I like the song. So honestly, I wouldn't really change much for this if I had to change it, because this brings some great diversity and just really fun to watch it. So overall, I felt like it was fair for me to put it this high because it had a good combination of me really enjoying it, and it's a good song. It's not my favorite Love Live song out there, but I honestly enjoyed this one a lot. Second goes to Donna Toki mo Zuto, and this one is straight up an excellent song, and it's been in my top 5 for Love Live songs for quite some time, and it's still one of my top songs. It's faster than what season 1 had, and I really did appreciate that. While the animation and the chorus is, pretty uneventful, which is pretty standard, it's the audio that I find really, really good. How can you not sing to the song? My favorite part, though, has to be where the feather falls down. It really tears me up to see each girl grab the feather. That is really what pushes it so far up for me. So, past that, we had a pretty standard for the animation. I did like a lot of the scenes. It was definitely a little fast and showed a lot. But, then we also had the shuffle dance, which was, of course, too lengthy. And the scene where we only got to see legs kind of running, I don't know, it's not the most exciting, at least it's fast, but we're just seeing legs running. But at least we get to see the girls being with each other, which I thought was pretty fun. Overall, I really do like this ending, and seeing it at the end with Muse on the rooftop definitely leaves a strong impact to me. The audio to this is just fantastic, and I really did like the fact that it had different versions with the feather. But in the end, there was just, I wanted a little bit more in terms of the scene and the ending. Maybe a little bit more variation, cut the running part shorter, cut the shuffle dance, and then we would have, my idea of one of the best endings out there. And in first place, I put Mirai wa Kaze no Yo ni, and that is the first ending theme for Love Live Superstar. And the reason why I put it all the way in first is because it achieves a balance of a lot of things that I was looking for in the ending theme. It has lots of action, a variety of scenes, faster pace, solos for each girl to give each girl a moment to shine, and of course, a fantastic song. No, it's not my favorite song, but it's a song I love a lot. The start of the song sounds so good, and every time you hear that coming in to the end of the episode, it just kind of gets me pretty hyped. The song is just a banger. The one thing that is missing, though, of course, is that I would like if they had unique animations for certain episodes. We had Donna Toki mo Zuto with the feathers, and we had Yuki wa Doko ni with the girls showing up, so that would have been really cool to have, but we at least did have variations per episode in the audio. It was really fun watching these girls interact with each other, and the part where the girls join over the seasons really relates that shuffle dance part of the ending theme to be something a lot more interesting than a lot what the other ones had. This tells the story of the girls and how they joined Leela over time. So overall, this ending theme is very, very good. No, it's not perfect. I wanted a little bit more here and there, and having that special animation would really take it to the top for me. But it's just a great song, and it's just a great ending theme overall. And there's just so many moments that I really enjoy watching that ending theme. So, in the end, I wasn't really sure where I wanted to put a bunch of songs in what placing. I kind of got 8 solid. 7th and 6th are kind of interchangeable. They both kind of use that painting style, and I kind of just couldn't let myself put anything above that. But past that, a lot of these songs are really good, and I wanted to be focusing on the fact that it's an ending theme and not the audio, but audio is definitely a big factor for me. Each kind of ending theme had their own charms and advantages, so it was really hard to balance how it is, and there was no perfect science, and of course, I'm not the end-all be-all in terms of ranking these songs. These are just how I felt about it, and of course, my opinions will change over time as well. And honestly, I can't believe I put the opening and ending first for Love Live Superstar for Season 1 for both these polls. I'm going to definitely look like a Superstar fan here. I mean, I am, but I'm sure people are going to call me out on that. And, you know, unfortunately for me, Nijigaku just wasn't that great in comparison, you know. But again, I really did appreciate that effort that people put into these ending themes to make it look good. So unfortunately, you know, Nijigaku just got kind of screwed and put in the back. But, you know, all the songs were definitely good songs. And I enjoyed my time watching over these ending themes and stuff. It was definitely a fun experience to rewatch them all and try to rank them all. But again, it was kind of annoying and a pain. And I know some people are going to hate me for where I put some of these songs. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And of course, what are your rankings for these ending themes? Where would you put towards the top and what would you put towards the bottom? And why is that? You know, if you really like those painting themes, you know, that's good for you. I'm sure some of you love the fact that they did that. And that's why it's towards your top. For me personally, yeah. But, you know, I don't think that's necessarily going to have to be shared with everyone else. But of course, that's why I had the poll. You can go ahead and rank your ending themes in that poll. And eventually we'll go over the results and see where everyone's opinions on it. And I'm sure it's going to be very different from mine. But, you know, that's fine. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to YouTube members like CoolMax for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And of course, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hope to catch you guys in another video soon.